On today's episode of The Young and the Restless, Lily is ready to be the Bonnie to Billy's Clyde.
Look, I want you to know that you can count on me. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help you beat this.
Abby keeps boring us with her honeymoon tales.
I had the perfect wedding to the perfect man. I am ridiculously happy.
And Phyllis thinks taking money from her man makes her a failure.
I'm a failure, and I have to come to terms with that.
Hey everyone, it's Friday, December 11th, 2020, and it's time for another Young and Restless episode recap. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Keisha Chantal, aka Billy's Common Sense. Where you at, Billy? Where you at? I'm looking for you, fool. I don't know why you fired Amanda. So looks like Billy has a mole in the GCPD who used to help him out back in his gambling days.
He told me that they're putting this witness up in one of the 3 hotels that they always do, and that this witness is going by the name Celeste Rosales.
I mean, it makes sense that Rey would use his mother's name as the witness alias.
Why does that make sense? And if that were my son using my government name for some witness, I would be pissed.
I just checked with 3 hotels. Turns out only the Grand Phoenix has a guest under the name of Celeste Rosales.
What a coincidence. And she tells Billy that the next move is that they're going to question this witness. Billy's like, all right, when do we go? And she's like, no. You have a strict no contact clause that's tied to your bail. If you get involved in this, your ass is going back to the clinker. Billy says to her that, I can't believe that you're, going to do this. And her quote literally is,
I don't mind a little trouble. In fact, I actually invited some earlier today when I went head-to-head with Victor.
Remember a couple weeks ago, this person claimed that she didn't want any drama? Well, that's all out the window because she's ready to risk it all over some D. You know what I mean. Who's ready for some expensive coffee? Oh, perfect. Because Genoa City's only coffee shop really needs your coins. Abby and Chance are huddled in one of the booths talking about attempted murder. Very romantic.
Do you think Billy is guilty?
I don't know. All I can do is tell the truth.
Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, thank God. Chance just cuts it down and says, hey. We don't need to be talking about all that shooting stuff, okay? I've completely forgot about it. I'm 100% healed. I don't even have any scarring. I was traipsing around Bora Bora with my trunks on, and you could see no evidence of a wound or a scab. It doesn't even exist in my mind. And they start talking about moving into Chancellor Mansion.
Are you kidding me? No, I am not going to redecorate the Chancellor Mansion, and not just because it would be an insult to Catherine, but because I like it the way it is.
What? You like it the way it is? It's old and hideous. It's been the same for the past 35,000 years. It's time to bring it into the 21st century, miss. Nina? What are you still doing in town? Didn't you make a big deal about rushing back to Los Angeles? Nina spots Victoria walking through the lobby and she gives her a hello. Victoria turns around and goes, oh, hi. I thought you were out of town. And she goes, no, I'm just, hanging out, waiting for Chance and Abby to get back. And in the meantime, I'm just riding and enjoying the luxuries of life. And this hotel seemed to fit the bill. And Victoria then says,
when we were reminiscing at the wedding, I realized that you really helped mold me into the woman that I am today. Once upon a time, when I was a naive girl, I confided in you about the problems in my marriage to Ryan, just to find out that you were sleeping with him.
Oh, Victoria. I bet you Nina probably wishes that she didn't stay in town after all. That was scathing.
I would hate to get on your bad side now.
If only Phyllis had as much common sense as you do.
Ugh, Phyllis.
You see how running into someone can turn into a conversation that you never bargained for? And Nina's just like, listen. I just wanted to say hi, sis. I didn't mean to get in your business about who you're having dealings with and who you hate, who's minority, who's majority. None of my business, okay? I should have kept my mouth shut. So sorry. Have a good afternoon.
Billy had the means, motive, opportunity. But I can't get past this one big question. Why now?
Chance and Rey are just going over the nitty-gritty of the case.
Okay, for a minute, let's say Billy didn't do this. What's our alternative? If he was framed, who could it be?
Here's what comes to mind for me. Why hasn't it occurred to Chance that one person on the top of the I Hate Adam list could be Melissa Montalvo? Or what about the guy that got shot by Chance to protect Adam?
The woman is beginning to ask questions about her husband.
And what are we supposed to do about that?
I know the wife was pretty pissed off that she lost her husband.
Her real affection is for the substantial amount of money she thinks he stashed before he disappeared. And she'll stop at nothing to find him.
I know that Ray doesn't know about any of this. He doesn't know about the Vegas history of Chance and Adam. But Chance should be thinking about this and going to talk to Adam about it, at the very least. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Who do you think shot Adam? And please don't say it's Faith. I see a lot of y'all talking about how Faith shot Adam. Please, let Faith graduate college before she gets a rap sheet, okay? Give me some other candidates. Well, it's time for Abby to check in with her favorite chef and tell her all about her wedding and her honeymoon. And I am too bored to even bore you with it, except to say that it's a lot of Abby giggling.
Oh no.
And then she says, we're facing our first hurdle as a married couple. My uncle is accused of shooting my husband.
I'm not sure I'm ever gonna be able to forgive him. And think about what it's gonna do to both of my families.
Only in Genoa City. So cavalier about crime and attempted murder. Just another day in the neighborhood. Woo! Lola finally gets to break free of the kitchen and being in captivity of Abby and her mundane life. And she steps outside and she sees Brother Rey sitting at the bar. So she goes over and says, hey, what's going on? And of course, he's preoccupied with the case. And she goes, hey, why don't we talk about something, you know, a little bit more festive, like Christmas? And they go back and forth. And then this weird conversation takes place.
You love my shortbread cookies.
Ray?
You know, they're a little tart.
They are not tart.
I pretend to like them.
You eat them by the handful.
I stuff them in a napkin.
Okay, so we have a whole conversation about Ray eating his sister's cookies. Well, talk about a double entendre.
But it feels so much better to have this out in the open now.
I'm not going to touch that anymore. Let's head over to the Grand Phoenix, okay? Let's pretend that conversation didn't happen and we never heard it, okay? Grand Phoenix, here we go. Lily and Billy enter the Grand Phoenix lobby and they're talking about the room number for Celeste Rosales.
You know, I know these reservation systems inside and out from when I managed GCAC. So a few clicks and I can have the room number, no problem.
Billy says, go on ahead and do your thing. They're turning out to be a real Bonnie and Clyde, aren't they?
Okay, I got it.
Impressive.
Thank you, and you did a good job too. You're really good at standing around doing nothing without looking suspicious.
Thank you.
You know what I remember? Phyllis installing a state-of-the-art security system in her hotel. I hope that when they go through those tapes, they're going to see Billy and Lily acting hella suspicious. Lily gets the room number and she's ready to get on her Nancy Drew shit. And Billy stops her and says, you know, I'm ready to come up there and be your wingman. She goes, no, we talked about this.
We don't have enough information to form an opinion, so why don't we all just let this play out?
I didn't think it would be so easy for my family to write me off as a would-be killer.
Ooh, awkward. Imagine just coming back from your honeymoon and your uncle is accused of shooting your husband and you have to bump into each other and have this weird exchange. On another floor at the Grand Phoenix, Nick walks into Phyllis's room to hear her on the phone giving hell to someone that she's talking to. He asks her what's going on and she says that she just learned that Victoria is exercising some clause of their contract to force a buyout. She's pissed. And then she says to Nick,
I've been the nice guy for long enough. I'm not gonna let her get away with this. I just wanna make sure. Are you cool if I go back to my old ways? Are you cool with that?
yes, please go back to your old ways, Phyllis, because I'm bored to tears. And at any given moment, I could take a nap. Nick is such a sweet boyfriend. He says to Phyllis, I see that you are upset. So why didn't I go and talk to Vic? And she goes, oh, you would do that? That's so sweet. All right, but only if I come with you. He clearly says to her, let me talk to Victoria first. Next, we see Phyllis literally barreling through Victoria's door like, we need to talk. How dare you? How do you know who I am?
No, this is about the preposterous accusations against me for negligence. Seriously?
A combination of poor security, poor management, this long paper trail of incompetence. By the way, I have all the receipts.
You weren't even involved with the hotel when those events took place.
And Nick is watching this whole thing transpire and saying to himself, my God, this is insane. And I can't believe I have to fix this or else I'll probably not have any sex for at least a month. Nick follows Phyllis back over to society where she's licking her wounds and trying not to implode.
She could take this hotel away from me. I have to go to war.
Want to go to war? Come on. Do you want to go to war? We'll take you to war, okay?
While Phyllis is wringing her hands and about to be on the verge of tears over losing her hotel, Nick is like this. Look, I know you didn't want to do this the last time we talked about this, but, you know, sis, I mean, I see that you're really in a bad way. Here. Charge it to the game.
Money ain't a thing.
I don't want to take money from you because I'm afraid of what it will do to us. I don't want to resent you for it, and I don't want you resenting me.
Who are these weirdos that don't want to take money from the people that they love? It has never been a problem for me in the past. If my man wants to buy me a hotel, I'll be like, yo, listen, can you put a bow on it and send it over to me and let me know when it's ready? What the hell?
I'm offering you 35% over market value to own the Grand Phoenix fully and solely. Come on, Victoria. Be the intelligent businesswoman we all know you are.
Wouldn't it be great if right here Phyllis had a slip of the tongue and said, be the intelligent bitch that you are? Woo! It sure would tickle me. Victoria finally backs down and says, okay, I'll accept your offer, but just to be clear,
This is my victory, courtesy of Nick. It's not a win for you. You never could have pulled it off without my brother's help.
oh, what a punch to the guts. I don't know why Phyllis is feeling no ways about this. Money is money, okay? I don't care where it comes from. I got my hotel. Just keep turning a profit, sis, and you have nothing to worry about.